three missing Montgomery College students continues in Frederick County.
And I got to play with your wand. It was great.
Definitely fun.
Oh, keep going.
Apple products.
That's my squirrel hunting truck.
Like
Interesting.
actual apples.
No, like
Oh,
an
like a real
actual
apple, like a
Yeah.
crunch apple.
Corn,
Okay.
carrots,
A worm
tomatoes,
drives that car.
chickens, pigs, cattle, bovine heaven.
A worm.
Yeah, because worms live in apples.
Rats don't
I
go
thought
in there.
worms live in dirt.
I'm a
What
squirrel
kind
hunter.
of apples you eat with worms?
You ain't never seen the
Corn.
classic worm
the
poking out of
magic
the
school
apple?
bus? Oh. I don't know what you're talking about. Anyways, welcome to a new episode of Finish Foreplay. We're back, y'all. How y'all doing? Y'all still sick?
I feel good.
wasn't sick.
Oh, I thought we all got sick. Oh, I sure was, girl.
Evans,
I'm still
sit
trying
down.
to get over that. Russell was Ariel a few moments ago, lost his voice. Oksana, didn't you get sick too, girl?
It was all like just congestion and my throat
Horrible.
was sore. But I didn't have a
I hate
fever.
it.
I skipped that part.
How did you get that? What kind of super medicine ball that you do have, girl? You got a magical potion or some shit? She
European
said I
blood.
skipped everything.
It's
That's that
blood.
I
vodka.
have nothing to do with that.
Oh, girl, don't make me cough. All right. So we'll start with you, Oxy. How you been? What's going on? What you doing?
Oh, good. I'm in a room with a toddler right now, so if you hear fart noises, you know where they're coming from.
Yeah.
I've been good. Yeah, I also got sick, but not as sick as I could have been. So it was but I'm doing a lot better. I don't know.
I'm so sick.
You chilling. I love that Uffy in the background. That's showcase Uffy back there. Isn't that great, everybody? I love it. I can't wait to get mine.
He's so cute and he's so fluffy and
Look at him. He's just chilling. He's staring at us.
Dude, why does
All
my
right.
hair have this weird, like, pokey part
I was
tonight?
giving
Evans,
to you. You
sit
worried
down.
about your damn hair. So, Evan, how you doing? I know you've been busy, girl. How you doing?
I've
You've
been good. I'm in good spirits. I'm excited to fucking come to UF. It's getting close. So
Oh yeah, girl. Weeks away. Like it's already on the marquee
And
at
honestly,
the Balboa.
I feel pretty good so far about like where we're. I don't know. Usually around this time, I start stressing about like getting stuff done, but I think we're kind of crushing it this year. So
Period.
I feel great about everything. So I'm excited to fucking like unfurl this festival on the world. You know.
Let's go!
Unfurl. What kind of
I
word
knew
is
you would
that?
like. I knew you would like
fertilize?
that. No, like release it, unleash it.
Hmm.
I actually don't
Okay.
know. Let's look it up because I'm not actually sure.
Yeah,
if
you
that's
just
the
using
correct
random ass
usage
words to
of
sound
that.
cool. Talking about your hair.
Yeah,
and
to
I thought,
release from a
unfurl.
furled state. Right now,
What
the
is
festival's in a
furl?
furled state. It's rolled up. It's nobody
No, it
knows what's
ain't.
going on except for us. But we're gonna
It
unroll
ain't
that
a roll.
motherfucker. You
You're
know,
the one that roll
And,
your little stuff, girl, and poof poof and puff.
we're not gonna roll the festival up and light
So
it.
you
though. We're
unroll your weed.
I'm gonna unroll my
Took your
weed.
ass out, huh?
I
Why
don't
would
know
I
what
do
you
that?
do. Anyways, what else is up? How's Ellie? How's everything with that?
She's good. She's starting. I forget when she goes back again, but she is starting practice soon for the play. They're doing the Lion King this year, so
Oh,
That
what is
time
she
of
gonna
year for
play?
drama.
Simba?
no, she always does. She didn't try out for like a main part. She likes just doing the stuff where she gets to dance and everything.
Oh, like
so she's just
Rafiki.
doing that. Yeah, so she'll be like a background kind of character dancing around. I'm not sure exactly what character she's playing, but it'll be like with a herd of other similar animals, you know?
Yeah.
She'll sing the songs
Okay.
and all that stuff. So
The Circle of Life.
she did say though,
Okay.
hey, next year I might try out for a speaking part, Dad. And I'm like, you should, if you want to
She
do it, you should.
should.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
She's gonna make better movies than you soon.
hey, I hope so. I hope so.
Exactly.
Nice. Okay, you guys have been watching no new movies, no George of the Jungles of the Worlds and all that?
No, I did watch Survivor season 50 premiered. I watched the first
me
episode
too!
of that.
Let's get
And
into it. So, who is your favorite? I'm Team
Well-
Sari, that dumb bitch. Even though, let me stop because I met her recently. Jenna, that's the one I saw at the Sun Help premiere, and I didn't know the bitch went home first. Spoiler
She's
alert.
stirring it up. Jenna's
And
stirring
she-
it up.
stirred it up too fast. Like, why are you so pressing,
Right
Miss
away.
Jenna?
Right away.
Yeah.
Starts your shit.
I was so shocked. I was like, Cerise, she could, God bless her soul, she could not do that damn challenge. So I get it. I would probably put her ass
She
up,
was
too.
struggling
She
with
kept
that
throwing
shit.
it. So I almost got it. Everybody looking at her like, bitch, if you don't get that damn
That
thing
one dude,
across that pole.
Ozzy had fucking given up, dude. He was on the ground back there just with his hands in his face.
So
He was
did.
like, we're fucked.
In the whole beginning of that episode, he's like, "Oh, well, Cerise my number one. I'll do anything for her." You know, right? And then she couldn't even do it, and he just like, "Oh, well, somebody going home because their team." Basically, what we're talking about is they had 3 tribe. I don't really watch Survivor, but I know there's 3 tribes, 3 teams, and basically they're trying to play for safety. And the last place team was going to be in the bottom and risk of going home, voted off the island of Survivor. And their team lost because Cerise could not. And Cerise is an iconic character. She's played like umpteen times, and now she's back for season 50.
Well, and they've got the fun thing so far has been too. This first episode feels like, man, they're setting this season up to be fucking electric with all these like advantages they're already introducing. There's like 3 advantages in play already in one episode, and it's like this is gonna be fucked up when all this stuff starts getting played.
Doesn't Ozzy have 2 of them? I think he has 2 of them.
Yeah, he has 2. He has one he was given by the other tribe with the boomerang. That's a new thing they added, the boomerang idol, where you send it to somebody on one of the other tribes, and if they go home with it in the pocket,
that
you get
one
it back.
chick. Yes.
Yeah. So that's my tribe there, though. I like the Vatu tribe with Colby and Aubrey and Kyle, who actually got first episode taken home. Yeah.
Yeah, he
for medical.
won season 48, but then he hurt his fucking during that challenge we were talking about. He tried to jump up on that thing and he fell his tall ass and hurt his ankle, his Achilles heel, and they had to send him home due to medical. He couldn't continue on.
I had to. They're talking about those boots. They're like, you can't. It wouldn't heal without the boot. I fucked my Achilles tendon up too when I was younger, and I had to wear one of those boots for a while, and it's pretty annoying.
I feel like he was in a good spot in the game where I don't think he would have went anywhere anytime soon. I can't say the same for Savannah. That bitch just won last season. She's back here lying. I think her days is numbered. Remember, she told her on her little tribe, and then these aren't. You can't just fool OGs, right? These people know the game, and she tried to fool them. And then later, when she walked off, they're like, "Did you trust her? Do you believe her?" And the guy said, "Hell no." I don't remember the guy's name, but he was like, "Hell no." So Savannah need to watch her back if they lose again.
I like Jonathan too. He's not on the Vatu tribe. He's not on the tribe I'm kind of rooting for, but I like Jonathan too because he's a Mississippi boy.
Which one is that?
Or no, he's an Alabama boy.
Show me
He's
his
from
picture.
Gulf Shores. Right there to the left, bottom left, right there. On the
Who's Jonathan?
He's the huge fucking ripped guy, the guy that's stacked as fuck.
Oh yeah, he had a nice body. Mm-hmm. Yep, and then you have Rizzo, who was on I Love Money, the reality show I played.
Oh, is that who was on I Love Money? That's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Dylan, if you follow Slightly Bitter, he actually went to the Survivor party and he has pictures with Rizzo. They actually went to college together, I guess too.
I thought it was funny how him and Colby kind of had a moment and bonded a little bit.
Yeah, because I
love
saw
Colby.
him.
He was in the season when I first started watching as a kid, season 2. So
yeah,
I love Colby.
And then Rizzo started crying because he's like, "Oh, I miss my family, and you're like a dad figure now to me," or some shit. I don't know. Colby, I guess, saw himself in Rizzo and wanted to be like his
kind of his mentor, his father figure out there. Yeah.
So I'm glued. I'll be watching the next episode.
Go back up. I like Stephanie too.
Which one's Stephanie?
She's on that same tribe.
Okay.
She's an OG. She's played a lot.
What do you think of D from season 45?
Who is D? Go down. I don't know if I remember her.
She won season.
She's okay. I didn't watch her season, so I don't know her.
Okay.
Like I know some of the others.
I like her. I saw her on the challenge. That's how I know her. She hooked up with Bananas with his small dick. Mm-hmm. She got further in that game.
I am proud of my monster cock.
Yeah, she showed this.
No, I love the feeling of this premiere. I'm excited to watch more because it feels like old Survivor again. I don't know. The last 10 seasons or so have been a little different. Like the challenge structure, the way it's been a lot of times it's been 2 tribes. It's been less people overall on the show. So it feels like this time it feels more like old Survivor than it has in a while. And I love all the twists that are already in the mix. So it's going to be fun to see this play out, I think.
Yeah, and Jenna getting cut first at the end, and I followed her on Instagram because
wild.
I met her at the Send Help premiere, and she was on live, so sad, so upset. She was on the floor, literally, of her room with a giant cake, and she stuffed it in her mouth. And she was just eating away her sorrows. Yes, she was, Miss Jenna. Mm-hmm.
I didn't see that.
Out of the two, Out of the two girls that I met her and Camilla. Jenna I liked a lot better, and Camilla's still in the competition. I don't know. She just gave stink face.
Jenna
to
was
me.
like an OG. She was in the very first season with Richard Hatch and stuff. So it's wild that she went home
and
first.
She came back for All Stars. I was reading, and then now she's on. This was her third time. Yep. So sorry, y'all. We started talking about Survivor.
Yeah, I hope you know Wednesday night, dude. We gotta fucking find a way while we're out there at the festival to get Survivor in.
Oh yeah, we got to watch Survivor, Russ. We got
place
Survivor
for the
party,
night.
bitch.
Hell yeah,
have fun.
What? You don't want to watch some good competition?
I also don't like good TV.
Look at Russell. Oh my Lance. Let's move on to him because he's ready to talk. So Russell, what you been up to, girl? I know you've been busy too, ain't getting off
Nah.
Kobe and Ariel.
I just been sick. That's it. I did a lot of nothing.
That's it. All
I
right.
never do nothing. Yeah.
So check out onlyfoundfootagefans.com and use code Foreplay to save some money, 10%. And and come check him out at UF. We're gonna be talking about UF every week now, but come check him out and come buy some shit. He gonna have lots of shit. Hey, he's still coming. I'm up here trying to prep him.
Better
up.
be.
Okay. Anyways, Rich, Foreplay. Back to you.
They're gonna have a table.
Period.
Yeah, of course.
I'm excited to see what he
Rich is
brings.
going to be there with a lot of the dark web in the shadows. So be on your best behavior, Terrell. I'm sure they're going to be harassing
I ain't gonna be
you.
on my
One of
best
them's,
day. I'm gonna be
behind
clocking his tea. Oh, that girl can't wait, girl. The confrontation of the century.
Oh shit! We need to film this. Make
Be
it part of the
ready.
show.
I know.
Definitely.
All right. Well, Up 9, again, is March 24th through the 29th. The 24th is the Alamo. We're going to be partnering with them. That is not
Oh, and
included
it
in
cut
the
you
badge.
off. So the Alamo just dropped. Did you see the Alamo's trailer?
No.
Oh, they just dropped a trailer of all the Terror Tuesdays, and the Sacrament is on there.
Not announced yet.
Oh, well, it's announced on their page. I'm so sorry, girl.
That's fine. We are, you know
can
what?
cut that
It's the
out.
Bay
My
Area.
bad. It
It's
was-
going to be
yeah.
March
It will be by the time this
24th
comes out.
on Terror
So.
Tuesday. We will be showing the Sacrament. You know, again, Jim Jones touched a lot of people locally out here. But on top of that, that is a great example of a retelling of what is known history in the area. But, you know, they took liberties, and it's Vice this time, which did not actually happen. And, yeah, we'll get into that and talk to kick off the fest. And then March 25th, we will be at the ATA for the recalibration party, which is stacked. Stay tuned. We have some cool stuff to announce even for that day. And then the 26th, we're going to start our, what Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 4 days stay in the Balboa Theater. And these are all full days. So if you're local, just come hang out. Just move in. Bring a suitcase. This year we're going to be playing with some new stuff too, from food to video games. So I mean, get
We
ready.
all loves to eat. Period.
And the schedule is stacked. So our selections went out. I know a lot of people who listen to this show, you're all filmmakers, and probably a handful of you have submitted to the film fest. Check your emails. Again, if you were selected, it'll say that, and then you'll be in person. This year was extremely tough. We accepted 44 movies this year, and yet that is still less than a fifth of what we had submitted, and it was tough. But we do also, when you submit to UF, you're also submitting for potential programming at our virtual fest. So keep an eye out. If you have a semifinal selection, that's what that means. And if you have any questions, you can always email us. We'll answer everything, including some of you have reached out, not very happy that you weren't selected. Again, nothing personal. Other people reached out and asked for critiques, and we're always happy to give them. We're here to celebrate the genre, and if we can help in any way, we will. So we love y'all. If you didn't get in this year, don't worry. We do this basically twice a year. So stay tuned. This year's really, it's gonna be big and fun.
It is.
Badge is on sale now
We're
too.
gonna unfurl that shit, dude. Buy a badge.
Fuck. Damn it, that actually fucked me up. Out of all the we're on episode 152, 3? What episode is this?
Girl, you got the number sheet.
153.
I think it is
Let me see.
153. That's the
Okay.
first time that fucking dark web interruption actually threw me off. I'm like, wait, yeah, badges are on sale now. Stay tuned. We did do an early bird. If you missed that, we actually have packages coming up. So yeah, keep an eye out. And y'all know what that music meant. It's time for the coffee table, a segment where a sponsor only found footage fans creates a complicated game that results in us watching and reviewing an in-world camera movie. Last week, we ended up watching a movie from YouTube from the creators The Lone Swan. This movie was called Stalling What Lurks in the Shadows - New Found Footage Horror. Again, that is a YouTube title. I don't even think this movie is up on IMDb, or is it on Letterboxd? Evan, I know you pulled that
I
up.
looked for it.
No,
on
I
Letterboxd
tried to
and
go
it's
put
not,
my
no.
half a star, and I just could not find it.
Oh my God.
So
Save your hot take review. So
it ain't
in the
nothing much
YouTube
to
video,
say.
in the community of Warren Mill, things may look peaceful on the surface by day, but at night, death and darkness emerge when a kidnapping spree is planned. All right.
Wait, what movie was that you just read the description for?
It
'Cause
wasn't
that sure
what
as
we
fuck
watched.
wasn't the one we watched.
Nope, it was boredom, confusion. It was a whole lot of I don't know, it was like a smorgasbord of bullshit. And I just didn't understand it. I just could not. I'm so sorry. When I was watching, I was like, I hope y'all understand this better than I do. Like, what was it?
I'm not sure there was anything to understand.
Really? It was just
it just felt like a vibe thing. It felt like, hey, we have all this public domain footage and maybe some stuff they shot. I'm not even entirely sure. And we're just going to make something that feels creepy.
It was multimedia.
I mean, that feels like what it... And full disclosure, I did not make it all the way through this. I got a little over halfway, and I said, not me, not today.
Ooh.
You said no, ma'am.
I'm like, I've watched 30 some odd or 40 some odd minutes, and I have no concept of I don't even think there is anything happening.
There's
so I'm like,
not
I think
even a plot.
good.
There's not.
Evan, how far did you make it in?
I'll pull up YouTube. Just talk amongst yourselves, and I'll give you an example.
Okay, well,
I want to know what the plot was. That's why I asked you this on the phone. And I was
y'all
so confused.
assumed that I actually could follow what was going on myself.
I thought you did.
I had a day recently. Today's the first day I've actually felt better from being sick, but I've been pretty
because you
like
finally answered the phone and we talked.
Yeah, I've been
Or not.
held up. Like, I don't know. I've just been laying around doing a lot of nothing.
Oh?
And that day, because I only watched this, I think, a couple days ago, I'd been working. Shout out to Robbie Smith, who I have designing a shirt for right now.
Oh,
And
he is? Robbie's doing it?
Yeah. And
how'd I just find this out? Is it gonna be like depressing?
I'll show you. I'll show you once we're done here.
I'm sorry.
And I mean, you're not wrong. You must be looking at his social media.
Oh Lord!
So here-
He had a picture
so-
of him looking at I don't know what the fuck he was looking at, with a doll or a dog. What was that picture?
Are we talking about the movie or Robbie right now?
Okay, good time.
Here's the thing. This movie opens up with a bunch of dolls and a sun and a lot of distortion. And the reason I mentioned Robbie is because it was getting late. Cliff was going to bed. I was going to say goodnight, but I'm like, hey, Robbie, you want to hang out and watch a movie after? And he was like, fuck it. Like, he's currently on the East Coast, so he's 3 hours ahead. And I believe the time we started this movie, it was like 2 a.m. for him. And
Shit, I would have made it 15 minutes.
Girl. You put him to sleep, bro. He was disease works the end, bitch.
Here's the
I'm
thing.
Sure.
Oksana was struggling with our baby boy upstairs to get him down, and she was like, she's like, just start it. And I'm like, okay. So I went, hey,
I had
you want
a
to do
feeling
it?
I
And
would have
You picked this, girl, and you dodged the bullet by not watching it, girl, because you picked this bullshit.
It was a good name.
So
Very,
I made it
reminiscent
to
of good
37
movies.
minutes.
you made it
28
what?
seconds. 37 minutes and 28 seconds. So
Damn.
a little
So
over
I think
halfway.
The problem with this film is it opens up almost like it's like an ARG deep cut, kind of weird. Like Terrell and Evan are not lying. It does feel kind of like the video from The Ring, where it's like, what are we looking at? And it's a lot of that. And then there's a lot of doll stuff. And then there's like some of the shit kind of looks cool. Like it almost feels like Brother Play, like shadow play. And then it will like cut to something that looks kind of like lazy or like cheap. And it's like, what are we doing? And then it feels like about 15 minutes before we actually get an actor on screen. And then we really don't know what we're doing. And the vibe shifts. And then, and it's like, so, I mean, I sat there, we did a Discord watch. It was me and Robbie talking, and it didn't help. We were still like, I think, dude, we were like 45 minutes in, and I'm like, dude, do you know what's happening? And he went, no clue. He was just, no clue. And I'm
Maybe
like,
it's supposed to be like a ambient, like background movie.
so here's the thing. I knew this was going to happen. So I went through and I picked a moment. And here's the thing. There is acting, and I think the way that we're describing it would just kind of like, it doesn't really conjure up anything. So I think it's important to pull a scene and just let people look at like the editing style here. And here, I'm going to share it. So here, let's just watch a little part of this. Evan, I think this is further than you made it. So here we go. Here, if I could play this.
You're weird.
No, I saw this.
I don't even know how to explain how much I just don't like you. Like, how are you gonna say I don't like her and then you're just gonna stare at me the entire period? And the entire time you're playing at the concert? Yeah, no, that's pretty weird, bro. You're not my fine shit anymore, so just stop dragging it. I don't enjoy being dragged. Especially if you don't like it anymore. Yeah, bye. Do something else with your life.
Yeah, who was she talking about? Was it the little white boy in the car? This movie dumb as hell. That boy.
Organs hanging off a tree. So we can't stress how much that will affect our business. These next few days are gonna be tough. We'll figure something out.
Dude, my hair's so freaking bipolar.
Yeah.
My hair is so fucking bipolar.
Oh, we getting back to the good old days? We gonna go have some fun? I remember that one dude we messed up, man. That was some good
You don't
times.
understand. My sister's been kidnapped.
I'm on my way.
There he is! Hi!
On my way!
You know how long I've been waiting for this, Andrew?
Whoa. Where are you?
Wouldn't be, Schroeder, correct? Your father was a fucking psychopath! A sick, disgusting, diseased old man! Oh my god, everybody run away, it's the cop killer! And you really thought you could run away from your true self? Sit around on an island or a beach with your Corona Extra in line?
Let's give a round of applause to Andrew here.
For the presentation here, that's rather probably a crude
What the
example.
fuck you want with my sister?
Now, having that I know who you are and what you're doing now.
Look, fuckface.
I'm gonna blow her fucking brains out.
Oh, here's the plan, Andrew. You don't know where we are.
But I can guarantee you with the brains that you have, you could piece the puzzle together. You have 48 hours, Andrew.
It's slow blinking. The guy who's gonna kill his sister.
Yes. So then it cuts, dude.
Hello, my future son. We're waiting for you. We're gonna battle through this. We're fighting for your mother's life.
Here's the thing.
I can't.
This may be the most coherent block of this movie. Like, it's all people talking. They're all, like, we can understand what they're doing, like a girl's recording a video, but the way they cut together, the amount of time they take, it's like, I'm trying. I'm rewatching this again. I still don't understand. I know a girl got kidnapped, but, like, what is the timeline? And then just to show the beginning, like, this is what we're talking about. It's fucking like Skinamarink Town.
No, I actually like Skinamarink. I remember watching that when I was
like
sick.
Skinamarink,
and I watched this when I was
no-
sick, and it didn't do the same justice. Sorry.
You know what? Here's the thing. I could fuck with both of these things I've shown, just when they're blended together and it's like kind of like a confusing delivery. I don't understand what I'm
sucks
watching.
is what you just showed me with that weird ass stuff. Like that stuff you could have made comedy. Like that girl talking about, oh, why you look at me in class? And then the girl, my hair bipolar, and it gets snatched.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
You showed the best parts of what that movie was. But when you put that together with the hour and whatever long movie this is, hour 15 minutes, whatever, it was not all that. It was a lot of weird shit.
No.
Weird.
Yeah. And it kind of transitions back and forth.
And the pacing's not there, girl. I'm sorry.
I'm never really sure what we're watching or what we're supposed to be watching. And I think it's important that when you make a found footage movie or a screen life movie or a POV movie, like the reason we have these categories is because that context really helps. Like whether or not we're looking through the eyes of somebody or we're on the computer screen of somebody or this is a VHS tape that was found on
what was this?
Yeah.
What were they trying to imply and show us?
I don't know. And again, this is from Lonely Swan. So we did cover another one of their movies before. Sight Unseen. Do y'all remember that?
Is that the one with the
gun? I do remember the movie, but I don't remember what happened. Like, I don't
it's
remember
this
what
one.
happened.
Let me
like,
I'll share this again. Actually, it was another Only Found Footage fans. And here's the thing. This isn't like a huge channel or anything. And like I think
that one was better.
The filmmaker who put this out, I think they've done 3 movies in a year or something. So I'm like, dude, yeah, keep learning, keep shooting. I don't hate the aesthetic. I don't even hate like what I just showed. It's just the package. It felt like the delivery was confusing. And I think a huge part of in-world camera shit is just in the delivery. Yeah. So it was really tough. Like, I mean, I watched the whole thing, and Terrell forced his boyfriend to watch it.
Oh, that was he don't really like this shit, and this was a mistake. That was not it. This wasn't.
He really don't like him now. He's like,
yeah, it was. I fucked up. That was not it. Oksana, you picked this shit, and you didn't see none of it.
I would have, but I was like, I know I'm not going to.
So who do we think this is for? Let's just go down the line. I give this half a star. And I think this movie was for, I did say Russell because I thought he was going to enjoy it and understand it the most. That's why I picked Russell. Evan, Russell, what y'all think?
I mean, I think there's going to be some kind of fucking weird twist where it's going to be like, oh, it's new, so it's for all of you. So I'm going to say all of us.
Okay. And what's star rating? Or you didn't finish it? Does that count?
Oh, fuck. Yeah, I didn't. I usually don't rate
he
stuff
didn't
I didn't
finish it. I forgot.
But
yeah.
If I was going to rate what I saw, like a star.
What about you, Russ?
It is, it is tough. We're like really, and again, I apologize that we haven't been posting as regularly, and we'd like to get some guests on here to help promote the fest, but man, it's been like with all of our schedules, it's just wall to wall.
Yeah.
So it is kind of tempting when you're watching a movie like this to be like, oh, fuck. But again, it's an hour and 10 minutes. It's not that bad. It's micro budget, and again, we're on a deep dive YouTube channel. I wouldn't recommend this to anybody. I'd probably give it like 1.5. Yeah.
Yeah.
And who would this be for?
Oh man. Let's say Terrell, because he's punishing you.
Probably, girl. And it worked.
And it worked.
You and your boyfriend. He got a 2 for 1. Anyways,
right, so you think it was for Russell, right, Terrell? You said Russell.
I said Russell.
I said everybody, and he said Terrell. Okay, so Oksana, who is this for?
What Lurks in the Shadows was for.
God, dude.
There he is.
Fucking late.
Yeah, I looked at him like, what the fuck are you doing, bro?
Oh, it was me?
Evan.
Oh, wow. Oh, my God.
No one voted Evan.
For me?
Nobody voted Evan.
Why is it for him?
Because just cuz.
Oh,
no
stupid
reason.
bitch.
No
That's
reason.
Girl, he must be sick too, girl. Let's just add him to the list. Girl, he got the cold. He got the flu. Okay.
Oh, what the fuck, dude?
Well, let's read this and then decide how we want to proceed, because there's obviously some shenanigans. We see the missing persons flu was doing its best to eliminate all of you with a little success. As extra insurance, we're going to make you all choose not one, but 2 movies from the 7 clues you'll be given this week.
7 clues?
Oh my God.
Holy
Oh my Lanza, Georgia, Christ in hell. 2.
Oksana will decide which one we'll watch this week and what we'll save for the following week as we head towards Ufnheim.
Okay. Well, it turns out it didn't matter at all if we got our guesses right or not. So we're just going through these 7.
Choose wisely, 4 players, as you won't find out who they're for until both are watched, and something good or bad can be hanging in the balance.
Oh,
I don't get it, but let's just roll with it. So let's get these 7 clues.
So do I have to pick both? I don't want to.
No, that's just the way that's worded. It sounds like you just rattle them off and we pick 2, and then because you ultimately decide them anyway.
Evan backed out. Why don't me and Terrell just pick one each?
Let's do it.
Yep.
Works for me.
Okay.
Then maybe he won't try and like double punish you because there was a bye week. Or, I don't know.
Oh, he's cheating the system.
There will be some kind of punishment for not finishing it for sure.
So you're punishing Evan now so that the dark web don't do it later.
Yeah, exactly.
Got it.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 1, abducted again. 2, don't leave yet. 3, they say it's the last, but we know better. 4, only one C in this non-music factory. 5, they follow instead of walk. Question mark. 6,
follow instead of walk.
Just keep going.
You got this at the dollar store? And 7,
I like that one.
Babaloo?
That means he found a dollar store movie.
Babaloo?
Well, I like this. What is it? It's another one. It's probably a sequel, but it's not going to be the last one or something.
Oh, you're not going to do the dollar one?
But I'm doing the dollar store. No, that's the one I like.
The price was right.
I would say my runner-up, but I'm going to go with the dollar store one.
And then what's the other one?
I like that.
Oh, I'll pick, what was number 5?
They follow instead of walk?
That's goofy.
But they all fall down.
He's stupid as hell.
Oh, let's do that one. I don't care. They're all going to be a fucking crap.
Yep.
Let's do that one.
So what they call? So look them up.
What were they?
So the first
dollar
one,
store, and they all fall down.
Here, yeah, they both came with a.
I don't
walk and don't follow.
Yeah.
So the first one was.
The price was right. $1.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other one was.
But they all fall down.
The follow, not walk one, Oxy.
Hey, bonus. Anybody remember what movie that's from?
Fuck no.
And you want to do the dollar store one, Terrell?
C.
Was it the Butthole movie?
But they all fall down.
Russell picked The Dead Followers, available on Tubi.
God.
Oh, I love
social
Tubi.
media.
Oh, wait, is that from 2023? Oh, this looks horrible. Oh, this cover is so ugly.
Okay,
look like Donald Trump in the clouds, girl. Look at Donald.
Here, let's share it. I got it.
Oh, Lord. This looks horrible.
All right,
Russell, why you pick this?
Well, because
Oksana, look at that.
Oh.
The Dead Follows. 2 ghost hunting detectives venture into the heart of a highly haunted complex of horrors.
This looks
As
horrible.
the night develops, they uncover disturbing revelations about the hauntings at the location.
It's a
and must fight for
documentary?
their lives to escape.
Hell no, it ain't no fucking documentary.
This is 100% real. It's a documentary.
But they all
Does he
fall
have film
down.
strips in his eyes? What is that?
Yeah,
All
it's
right,
AI
well.
in his eyes.
Well, let's get the dollar store one. That's probably better.
Terrell picked
Wait, the dollar store one? What's that one called?
Dollar Store Killers, also on
Oh, I'm already hearing
Oh
it.
my
God.
god.
Dollar store killers. I like that one better.
the S.
Oh, it's with a
is
dollar sign. The S.
sign.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm here for it. Oh, bitch.
Let's go.
I'm
here for
yeah,
this
that's
one.
gonna be the one. Yep. Period.
Okay,
That's
it is.
right. A dollar
Let's-
store killer.
Let's watch Dollar Store Killers first.
Okay, well, hold on, let me read it. Dollar Store Killers, a true crime documentarian, is pulled into the orbit of masked killers who live stream their disturbing acts, all while using everyday items from a dollar store.
Yep, I'm here
love
for
the
it.
dollar store.
I love the $1.25 tree, bitch. I'm here for it.
Why'd
this
you say
gonna be the
dollar
one,
and
y'all.
not Stowe?
Dollar.
All right, so
$1.25 tree.
Our palate cleanser for next week will be Dollar Store Killers. And then we'll do the Dead Followers the following week. So I'm guessing there's no email for next week, so we won't get a...
Yeah,
so
it
we're gonna have
sounded
a
like
good
he
time
needed a
and
break.
then have our neck shit down.
He just wanted to take a day
He
off.
wanted a break, yep. That's all. He's like, let me give these niggas 2 little things so I ain't gotta do no emails. They ain't even gonna know who these are for, girl.
Yep.
Crazy. He's
He
like,
can't even yell at
a
Evan.
break. Yep. Period. All right, let's get this going. Cause what time is it? All right, so Evan, you up? What you got?
Well, I'm gonna go.
Okay, bye.
Okay,
Damn,
bye,
okay,
Oksana.
fine.
I mentioned last week the Utopia screening room on Patreon, how they had showed Idiotka. Well, they did an encore screening this weekend, so I was able to finish it. I'd started it last weekend, and I was able to finish it this weekend. I just started it over and watched the whole thing.
Okay.
And the description reads, in West Hollywood's Russian district, Margarita lives out the American dream, competing on a reality show. Will she slay, serve, or survive? And dude, I fucked with this a lot. I really liked it. I didn't know what to expect going into it, but it's sort of it's very comedy forward, but it also has a lot of heart. Like there is some good drama in it and stuff, and you really are rooting for the main character, Margarita, who she basically is. So she's the descendant, the daughter of a Russian immigrant who the granddaughter, her grandmother immigrated from Russia with her father when he was, young or whatever. And so she lives in this very small, she lives in this very small house with all of those family members. She lives with her brother, her dad, and her grandmother all in this house, and very modest, like low income type of neighborhood and stuff. She barely gets by. She sells counterfeit brand name like designer clothes on Depop is how she is making rent, and she's paying the rent for her whole family because her brother's helping, but he works at like a restaurant, and she's making more selling the clothes on Depop because she's putting like fake Coach tags and stuff on like just some dress from the thrift store, or whatever. And her dad just got out of prison, who is like a recovering alcoholic who is still kind of struggling.
Sounds crazy. So she
it's
be
wild.
selling shit on Dick Pop, and then she is on a reality show, and her name is Margarita, and her dad is a drunk.
Yeah.
What kind of movie is this?
And she gets the call back from the reality show, and they say they want her to come in, and interview. They think they want her to be on it. So she goes and interviews, and she gets, the role on the show. And so the show is kind of like a competition design show where they're like doing fashion design, and they have some kind of different, it's like Face Off, but for fashion designers, right?
Project
so
Runway.
Is that what, I've never seen that. Is that what that is?
You never seen it where they have designers and they design outfits, and
that's probably
the worst outfit
that's
go
probably
home.
what they were. Yeah. Okay. That's probably what they were doing. Cause it's that. Yeah. And so each one's like a different kind of style of designer. One's like, a hipster, like punk guy. And one's like this super fucking coked out, like Instagram influencer type girl who's like designing stuff. And then there's Margarita, who's like she's doing very like Russian, she's doing stuff inspired kind of like by her
is this
heritage.
in Russia? Is this a Russian language film?
It's in West Hollywood. So it's in LA.
English? Okay.
Yeah, it's in English. I mean, there are maybe a scene or two where they'll like say something in Russian, but it's not, 95% of the movie. 95% of the movie is English.
Okay.
But she goes on the show and she starts kind of letting the production into her life a little more than maybe her family is stoked about, and she does so without like letting them know that she's using a lot of the footage. So there's kind of an interesting like moral dilemma with that she's going through with the whole like how much do I exploit my own family? But it's the coolest part about it is and what makes it so interesting is that she's exploiting her own family for their benefit, really, because she's trying to make money and get further in the show, because she wins $100,000 if she gets
does
to
she
the
win
end.
the show?
I'm not going to tell you how the movie turns out.
I ain't watching this margarita shit.
Of anybody on this on this podcast, I feel like you would love this. Like,
it sounds great.
I love how Russell would probably like it, but you would love it, I think.
You really set the tone this episode of reality TV. You talked about Survivor earlier, and now you're bringing this show.
Yeah,
Project
for sure.
Runway show.
And they do a good job of like emulating, obviously that's not an in-world camera movie, but there are actually quite a few moments where it is emulating like the TV show. So there'll be pop-ups on the screen. It'll be like you're watching the show, and then the movie opens also with an in-world camera moment where she's like doing a testimonial to like try out for the show. So you're getting like a montage in between cutting back to her like talking about her life. You see like a montage of the crazy shit that happens in her life. But it has a lot of good build up to like, there's a lot of conflict and a lot of things going on that you're like on the edge of your seat, kind of like you want it to work out for her because she's so likable. And so she's doing everything the right way. And she's just like clearly talented at what she's trying to pursue. And so it's like, you're rooting for her, you want her to do good. And there's a lot of obstacles that she has to overcome along the way to trying to win this show, and it does a good job of being funny and crazy, like a lot of unexpected and over the top type of shit happens, but it also does a good job of ultimately staying grounded and having a lot of heart, and you get really invested just in the characters, and there's a lot of relatable stuff about the characters too. They all have their flaws, they feel like real people. So I don't know. I really like this. It's also not long at all. It breezes by. It's only 80 minutes, so it's super short.
Like
and
that.
The way it's edited it feels like it moves really fast
short?
too. It
Seems
is
like a lot's happening.
It does. A lot happens in a very short runtime, and it helps it go by. Like it was over before I realized, like, oh, we're like at the end. It's like, oh shit, this movie flew by. But no, I really liked it. And I don't know what the plan is now in terms of. I think it is going to do some sort of theatrical run. If it hasn't.
Oh, this is
already.
Not out?
No. But they played it twice virtually on the Utopia screening room via Patreon. You can pay $5 a month and go and join that and watch a new release every month virtually. And they do like a Q&A video to go with it. So they had the director and the lead on there with what's the Schwartzman guy? Is it Alex Schwartz? What's the not Jason Schwartzman, the one who was in Princess Diaries? That's who started Utopia. I can't think of his first name.
Oh, okay, cool.
I don't know his name,
but he did a Q&A with them after the thing.
Rad.
And that video is also on the Utopia thing, so you can watch that as well as the film on there. And they announced today via email that next month's movie is Julie Pacino's new film.
Who's that?
I forget the name of it. That's Al
called?
Pacino's
Okay.
kid. Yeah, I'm trying to find the name of it right now. I Live Here Now. That's the name of it. It's a horror movie. So I'm interested to
Body
see.
by a Ghost. It's not your type of movie. But...
Well, I mean, I'm just curious to see what the daughter of Al Pacino is going to do with the horror movie. Like that just seems like an interesting thing to me. So I'm excited to watch it. Go sign up if y'all want to see that.
That's
it's
stupid,
playing.
Bitch.
I believe the like 18th is the day it was playing.
Are you gonna
I might
watch
be
it?
wrong on that. Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm staying. I've got the membership now, so I'm gonna just.
Okay.
keep that. I feel like $5 that's super affordable here. Let me share the Patreon page of theirs, but I feel like for that price, like that's super cheap to get to see a brand new movie every month. And you also get the, like I said, the added benefit of the Q&A with somebody involved in the movie. Robert Schwartzman, that's his name, the guy who did the Q&A. He's the guy in Princess Diaries who's like kind of the musician nerdy like friend who she ends up with in the movie.
Got it.
Exactly.
But yeah, I Live Here Now is the next thing they're showing, and it is March 18th. That was right. Wednesday, March 18th. And they have like a 24-hour window is the way they do it. So once the movie drops on here, you have it premieres at the same time for everybody, obviously, and it's like a live thing, but then there's a 24-hour window to watch it if you don't catch it. Right?
So
that's pretty cool.
You don't have your bowl and your popcorn.
Oh yeah,
puff, puff. Okay.
Oh yeah. No, I really liked Idiotka though, and I think I'd go 4 stars. I liked this a lot, and I recommend it, especially to you, Terrell. I don't know why I couldn't shake the whole time I was watching it. I was like, Terrell would love this, I think, because it's got the like fashion show, like the drama between these characters where they fight and like
expensive,
don't like each other and shit, and the hosts are kind of like snarky and like mean and stuff. So I don't know, it just felt like the kind of thing you would like.
Yeah, I want to see it. I thought it was streaming or something, but okay.
Not yet, but it will be. So I recommend it. I liked it.
Perfect. Short and sweet. All right, Russ, what about you? You up?
Well, because you guys kept talking about reality TV.
Yes.
I got so sick that I couldn't even play my new favorite game, Ark Raiders. And when I couldn't raid and I was waiting for the expedition to start, I was like, what the fuck am I going to do? And I was just laying there watching a live stream of a dude trolling people in the game. And eventually when Oksana came down, she's not a huge fan of that stream. Good griefs if you haven't watched it. And
it's a good name.
I was like, what should we do? And she was like, I don't know, let's watch a show. So we went to Netflix, and I'll keep this brief, but one of our favorite shows had a season a couple years ago, and we didn't know. So we caught up on 60 Days In, season 9.
Oh, you used to love that. You showed me one with that one white girl that was fighting bitches and arguing. That show was crazy. What was her name?
So I don't remember. This show, if you don't know about it, they find a real jail to basically let in a documentary crew. Mm-hmm. But what the inmates and the people working there don't know is that they're putting a bunch of fake cellies in. And the idea is that these people are going to infiltrate and kind of find out what's really going on. So they're not like visiting. They're like, they stay there for 60 days. And they have the ability to tap out. And of course, like the documentary crew's there, so they'll put in cameras and stuff. But after like the 3rd year, it became a thing in jails that if a documentary crew was there, they start going like, 60 days in is in. And so, in this season, literally one of the contestants, he kept getting different cellies. Like one of them just transferred out, another one got released. And then the third one came in and he said, hey man, on the way up here, somebody told me down there, you're 60 days in. And the guy was just like, huh? he's like, yeah, what's up with that? And it like, spoiler alert for a 2-year-old show, but that motherfucker, he put in a report against one of the officers there that was like running the cell, and he kind of got around, like, I don't know, people knew that he was kind of complaining about them, and a couple of the people working in there, like the officers, started Googling his name, and they found videos he had made on YouTube with his real name. So homie had a tattoo. They pulled up his pictures, looked at the tattoo on his chest of his daughter, and it has her first and last name. So they Googled his first name with that last name, found real videos of him. Yeah, and then so because there's cameras that they put in the cell block, they were watching these cops figure out who he was. And then one of them wrote on the screen, 60 days in is recording here. What's up? And then like aimed it at the camera on the wall.
Oh, they clocked them.
Yeah, they straight up. And the thing is, like,
that must have been their final season.
Well, no, this actually has happened.
That's their final season.
No, it's happened a couple times. And one time it was going so well that I think they knew, and they're like, fuck it, let's do another one. So they shot 2 seasons back to back. Like, I don't know. But I'll tell you, as far as this season's concerned, it's been incredibly boring. It was in Utah. Again, if you don't know Utah, the way that they describe it in the show is it's the first like majorly white prison. And I'll tell you, not a lot happens here. There's a couple of black contestants who are like, fuck, I'm the only black guy here. And then that's it. I mean, everybody's kind of chill. Actually, it's a very boring season. So we're not done with it yet. And now that I'm feeling better, I wonder if we'll finish it. But yeah, y'all were talking about reality TV, so I had to like bring that up. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep it moving. The movie Wait, what was that? Oh, were you pulling it up?
I did. Yeah, I had it up.
Okay, yeah, don't worry about it. The thing that I'm going to talk about briefly, because really what I want to do is jump in with Terrell about Scream, is I watched the Netflix documentary, Secret Mall Apartment.
Hell yeah.
This is a regular documentary. This is definitely an Evan movie.
Ew.
It is a mixture of historical footage, a little tiny bit of cinema verite, and mostly it's archival. If you can't tell from the title, this is about a group of people who discovered a area of a major mall and basically just fucking moved in. Now, normally this couldn't happen because grid work and, they're not going to create a space that would allow for this. Why would you ever create a blueprint that would have just negative space that isn't even going to be used for storage?
Right.
And I will say one of the most interesting things about this, let's see if they actually have a map. Because of where it was built, there was like an intersection of train tracks and a freeway, and it just created this really weird geography. So the mall adapted around it, and it ended up creating like a corner that just was not really usable. So there's a local artist, I believe his name is Michael. Let me look at it. He's the dude that you saw in the trailer a bunch right there. Michael Townsend, who is a artist. And I mean, when I say artist, I mean like he's one of the dudes that, let's share this, creates like art in nature or in urban environments. So there's a bridge in this town. I can't remember where this was shot. And, people discovered that there's this really crazy spider web with a bunch of mannequins. Like, it's hard to see here, but there are mannequins suspended all over.
Yeah.
And there's no plaque or anything. It's not like the city ordinance put this together. It just was there. So it became like a local thing where people would just go down there and walk around and take pictures. And it was a long tunnel with water and a bridge, and there's these things that look like coffins suspended, and it just became like kind of a local legend. Well, I mean, they showed this in here because Michael created it, and all this like little artist clique, and I'm sure, we're in the Bay Area, so I've known a lot of people like this, where they're just, anarchist because they're contrarian. I may even sympathize with them a lot. And where I like to imagine an urban city full of like monsters and gargoyles, kind of like Basket Case or something, I go to like an urban fantasy. These people try to reimagine the space. And I always, whenever I'm driving through a freeway and there's like an overpass and like a patch of grass under there, I just imagine, if we had a camera crew, we could go shoot some like Harmony Korine type shit under there and make like a cool, just like indie film.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, I never end up going to these locations. They're always kind of dangerous. And if you park a car anywhere near them, police will tell you to move. Well, these people found one in the middle of a fucking giant mall. And they just moved in, like literally. And what makes this documentary worth watching is they videotaped a lot of it. Back then, they had a little camcorder, and they talk about it up top, which I really appreciated. And it didn't shoot high quality, but it shot really well. And if it didn't, there would not be a documentary here, because there's a lot of footage of them hanging out, a lot of footage of them sneaking couches up a staircase, a lot of footage of them bringing cinder blocks right by a security guard up an emergency staircase with the alarm going off.
Dude, that's
Just
some
kind
Ricky
of like,
from Trailer Park Boys shit. Like convincing the security. Like, we're good. We're supposed to be
so
here.
Actually, there's a moment in there where they've just become so flippant about it. Like nobody stopped them. They have their own little entrance and they walk it up and then they bring it up through a sideway and they just pull the car up. They're unloading cinder blocks, like a lot of them. And they have like 4 people kind of like bucket brigading them up. And a security guard comes up and he just like gets out of the car and walks up. And then that dude, Michael, just walks up to him and shows him talking. And then the security guard leaves. And they're like, Michael had a talent. He would just approach people and tell them, and then they would leave. And, he talked about what he told them, and he was like, We told him that we had so many cinder blocks that our buddy's truck broke down and it couldn't lift them. So we're bringing part of it out so we can take it out to the street and hand it to somebody else. So Michael's just an incredible liar. And I'll say
it really is some Ricky from Trailer Park Boys shit.
Well, exactly. And Evan, I think you would really like this documentary. On the other
hand, it looks
hand,
great. I've been wanting to watch it.
I'm lukewarm at best here. I mean, there's some interesting shit how like they could enter into their labyrinth via a like door above a toilet. So it's like, they actually kind of had a way to get into the bathroom even after the mall was closed, and they would hang out there. And I don't know, it's cute, and that's not usually my cup of tea. And if I'm honest, I only watched it because so many of you reached out and were like, hey, did you show this at UF? And I'm like, what? Like literally 3 different people were like, hey, did this play at UF, right? And the variations of that. And then other people were telling me, oh, dude, this is very found footage. And I will say this right now. If you're a fan of In-World Camera, this has nothing to do with that. It is literally artists filming them kind of doing an urban expression or whatever the fuck you would call it. And no, we did not show it enough. It would not qualify. So, yeah, Terrell, don't watch it. Evan, you'll love it.
I ain't watching that shit.
I think
I'm
I
gonna
said
watch it boring as hell.
What the fuck would I give it? And honestly, the worst part is that these people lived there for about 3 years. And the documentary really shows and explores the expression of the art. Where a motherfucker like me or Terrell, we'd want to know about what the hell y'all were doing there.
Right.
And they don't talk about like a lot of drinking or drugs or partying or like
I told you
if people were hooking up. A couple of them started dating, but I'm like, give me some fucking like make it feel real. And they do like Evan, they do this thing where they get a studio set and the people who make the documentary recreate the room.
Oh, I don't like that.
They recreated the room. And then here's the worst part though. The people show up and are like, and you want these like emotional reactions, right? Like people crying and just being like, fuck, man, I remember what it was like here.
Yeah, you want the Friends reunion. You want them to walk
Right?
into the set and be emotional, like seeing this place,
And let me tell you, they all look kind of like, oh, that's pretty cool. And it was like, okay. Like, and that was the biggest thing. It's like, I don't think this was like a pivotal thing for any of these people. And even it may have even been the reverse. Like maybe some of them were like, I regret doing this. Like they didn't have fun or like, it kind of unceremoniously got shut down. I'll tell you right now, Michael ended up showing off the place to a friend after they suspected somebody had found it. And they brought the cinder blocks up to build a door. So they put a functional door with their own key in there. And some fucking security guards were just wandering around and found it one day and were like, what the fuck? And I guess one day they left it open and they had a PlayStation in there and a TV. And the security guards like jacked their game and like took some shit, but like also had been coming back and using it as like a break room.
Wow.
What the fuck?
I don't know. I'm more interested in that. I would have loved to have them interview somebody who was not part of this little group and been like, yeah, these people were a fucking nuisance. You know what I mean? Like, like give me a fuller picture, but it's very cute and fun. And it just wasn't for me. Honestly, I'd probably give it 2.5. I think I would steer people away from it. Man, it's just not my cup of tea. Evan, I think
recreation
really
thing
it,
sounds a little whack, but everything else sounds cool. I love the idea of watching them like the original footage stuff where they were like doing
mostly that. And the problem is that when the footage runs out, the documentary tips into a like VH1 kind of vibe. And it's like, upbeat music. And it's like, well, here's what we're doing now. And like, and it's kind of unfortunate because they stopped recording about a year in. So most of the time they were there, they have nothing.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
Why I'm sure they probably say
they just
why,
stopped.
Huh? Oh,
I think they were just kind of like, it stopped being.
They're just bored of it.
Well, it's like you film something for almost a year and then it's like, do we just keep filming it forever?
Yeah. Yeah. And you also, I wonder if part of the, like, why, like, they probably just aren't, I don't know. You when you make art, you get far enough away from it that I think sometimes you just don't care about it like you did at the time. So maybe they just stopped like thinking it was the shit like maybe they did initially, you know?
Well, also the thing is that Michael dude is like a big advocate for like making people feel good. So he'll go and bring a group of people to like a children's hospital and they do like tape art, which is really fucking cool, actually. Like and they bring in people who are patients and like long stay patients or terminal, and they just like party with them a little bit and hang out. And it's like, that's really cool. And that's what they wanted this to be about. But the vehicle, the interesting thing is the secret room in the mall.
Right. It would have been very interesting. It almost probably is. You could do almost another documentary just about the security guards who like found it and used it as a break room.
Their point of view.
Like, nobody watching that, girl. All right. So we're moving on. All right.
Yeah,
sorry.
We're good. Yeah,
you
2.5.
2.5. Ain't nobody watching that shit. You lost me, girl. Y'all flip. Evan usually loses me, but he had me tonight.
Yeah,
anyway, all right. So I'm going to talk about the movie that this is probably my highly anticipated movie of the entire year, and it is Scream 7. Y'all know I have nothing to do with that. Well, I do. And I've been talking about it weeks and weeks and weeks and months leading up to this. And I was super excited. Went through hell to get to this point. Firings and boycotts and people dropping out from the movie, people coming into the movie, script rewrites, and all this stuff. And with all this shenanigans, this movie opened up tremendously. This movie broke box office records. It's the highest grossing Scream movie to drop on a weekend. So opening weekend, it made the most money this opening weekend than any of the other 6 films. And we're going to get into it. Scream 7. It was fun. So, when a new Ghostface killer emerges in the town where Sidney Prescott has built a new life, her darkest fears are realized as her daughter becomes the next target. All right. So, leading up to this, there was a lot of people who are quote-unquote boycotting this movie, but they obviously went to go watch it because it made more money than last movie.
Twice.
Yeah, 2 or 3 times. And they were leaking the endings, the killer reveals, and all this. I was dipping and dodging through the internet. I had to stay off my phone, girl, because I wasn't trying to get spoiled. And I was so excited for the fan event that we went to that was like kind of janky, girl. We're supposed to get all this content, and they didn't even play it.
Oh my God.
Right, Russ?
Oh, what the
I
fuck?
know.
It had a black screen. And then after, you get on the internet, on TikTok and shit, when I could finally get on my phone, people are posting their fan event videos. It was like a timer, and it was like the music video for Ice Nine Kills played. They had some interviews with the cast celebrating the 30th years of, Scream. This is the 30th anniversary. And we didn't get none of that. All we got was a commercial that played over and over and over and over, promoting God knows what, because I wasn't paying attention. And
Me either.
And then the trailer started when we got Scary Movie 6, which was awesome. Like, we were all rolling, huh, Russ?
Yeah.
Dude, that trailer, it is fucking incredible. I want to see that shit so bad. We're so back, dude.
Yeah, it hit, and under 12 hours, it got 100 million views, which is great. People are rewatching it over and over and over and over. So Scream 7 is just killing it. So they had that epic trailer at the beginning. You got people who saying they're going to boycott it, but they went to go watch it, and it's making a lot of money. And a lot of people are trying to hate it too. Like they're going on the review sites, like IMDb and Letterboxd and all these places, right?
Like review bombing it,
and they're bombing it, saying how horrible it is. I don't know, y'all crazy. So this is the 7th movie in the motherfucking franchise. What the fuck do y'all want? Anyways, Scream has not had a bad movie yet, in my opinion. And let's just get into it. So this movie is, the beat by beat. It opens up. They have the notorious opening kill, which was in the trailer, in the sense of they are going to the Stumacher house, and they're now that it's an Airbnb. So like it has all the iconic moments from the first movie, the 5th movie, and all the stuff that happened in that house. And there's this couple there. The girl, she's not really feeling it. She don't like scary shit. The guy is a super fan. He's just so excited. There's animatronic ghost faces and shit in there. They have the whole kitchen set up like the ending of Scream 1. I don't know, they're having a good old time. They have like the death stuff, like you have the TV that killed Stu is in there. It was cool. And then you kind of find out that Ghostface is stalking them, and he's in that house, and he burns it down. And now then it cuts to my girl Neve Campbell, and she lives in Pine Grove or Pine some shit, and she has her daughter, and she's like a uber mom. Like, she's super overprotective. She got 3 kids. She got Tatum.
Was she a helicopter mom?
Her oldest daughter, and she has two younger ones that were away at their grandmama's, right? And she's married to Joel McHale, who plays
what a
Mark.
fucking reveal
What?
that shit was. I was like,
Yes.
Joel McHale, the fucking American Psycho himself.
Yes, so he played the dad. He like the new cop in town and all this good stuff. And
That's such a strange thing to imagine.
No,
not having
he
seen
was
the
good.
Movie. Does
It was just
great.
shocking.
I
I was
didn't
like,
know he
what
could
the
act
fuck?
like that because he's so goofy, like on TV and like House of Villains and shit. He's a goofy man. Anyways, he wasn't goofy in this. He was like, trying to protect his family and shit, right? So I don't know. So let's get into the movie. So yeah, so there's that. Sidney Prescott work at a coffee shop. She living her best life. She's just super overprotective of her daughter, and then these killings start happening. Phone calls start being made. She that Sidney Prescott. She that bitch. And Tatum has this group of friends. She has the new boyfriend that Sydney is not fucking with because she's like, I see myself in this bitch. Like, it even opened up with Tatum in her bedroom and he coming through the damn window. Mind you, I don't want to spoil this too much, but this movie has a lot of nostalgia. This movie is very nostalgic. It plays off of, it basically is what Scream 5 was trying to be, where, they're trying to bring everyone back, the legacy characters, and give you that nostalgic shit. And try to like push it on to a new character to like take over the lead, which would be, I guess, the daughter. Excuse me. And there was a lot of moments like that. Like you had her seeing herself and her daughter. You had her coat come back into play from Scream 2, her little iconic brown jacket. That Tatum wanted to wear because she wanted to be like, like her mom. But every time she tries to ask her about her past, Sydney's like, She like cuts it. She's like, nope, I don't want you to worry about that. I just want you to, be a teenager, right? But for me, people were talking shit about the reveals, about the kills, and all this stuff. But bitch, this movie was fun as hell. I'm gonna tell you, it had hella chase scenes. Every time Gail Weathers was on screen was a moment. Bitch, she's an MVP for me of this movie. You had Chad and Mindy from 5 and 6 return. They had some good comedic moments. I like the twins. I want to hear what you think, Russ, in a second. But Chad and Mindy are great. And then you have the new group of. Well, the only thing I didn't like is this new group of friends. I didn't really care about them that much. Like you had Tatum's like boyfriend. You had her little theater buddies. You had one chick who was obsessed with the weirdo guy who I thought was gonna be the killer because he was too weird. Oh, so this boy, he got to be the killer. Too much of a red herring. And then you had who else is this? This random ass people. This whole movie had random ass people. Anyways, that wasn't what this is about. For me, I thought this movie was about not the reveals, not all this other stuff. I think it was just about the nostalgia of it all and how Sydney's greatest fear, now that she's a mother, now that she's, had all this time away from all the Ghostface killings and shit, she didn't want what happened to her to happen to her daughter. So she tried her best not to let that happen. And I feel like her worst fear came too when these killings started happening and they were coming for her daughter, that was the horror, if that makes sense. You get what I'm saying, kind of, sort of? I'm explaining this right.
No, it makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think the horror of the movie was that. And then when it came to, she didn't really talk about it with her daughter. Her daughter really wanted to know about this. How could she survive this? She didn't know. She was like a little Daisy Duck just thrown to the wolves of Ghostface, chasing her up and down the streets and shit. And she was fighting back. There was a lot of chase scenes. There was some goofy kills. It was very Looney Tunes. But I had a good time. It was gory. It was crazy. And by the time we got the killer reveals, we were just like, oh, okay, this is what this is. Sydney had her moment. She had her end scene. How she always has her don't fuck with the original, or she has not in my movie, or she has I fucking killed him, and then this one was I don't know, should I spoil it? When she was like, they said that she was past her prime, and she was like, fuck you, past my prime. Anyways, it was great. She always has her little one moments. But I don't know, I liked it. I like the story of, it was very, like Russell said earlier, about a cutesy. It was kind of cutesy, I will say. Because it was just about her and her daughter, and I didn't really care for her daughter. I talked shit about Melissa Barrera in Scream 5, and I might have liked that bitch better. Tatum was kind of stiff-faced and boring to me, the daughter. But, I mean, I get what the story is. It was a Neve Campbell story. She was in it most of the movie, her and Gail. And I think Sydney, this is probably her best acting and coming to for me personally in this movie.
I agree.
And she killed it. I think Neve did her thing with this movie. This was definitely a Neve movie. I did like her growth in her story 30 years later after what happened to her in the first one, and how she didn't want that to happen to her daughter. And that's what, for me, was the horror of this. And it came to, and she had to like fight back, and then, it had this little cutesy ending. But yeah, it was great. And I think if they did another one, which I think they're doing is inevitable, I think part 8 possibly might be the daughter going forward, maybe to college, and maybe she's going to deal with shenanigans there. Maybe she's going to college far away. Sydney letting her, like, out of her, she was very overbearing in this one. I don't think she's going to be like that anymore. And I think that she's going to go to college somewhere far away. Maybe Sydney will be out of the picture. I don't know. What do you think, Russ? What do you think of all this?
Well, hold on.
7, 5 stars.
Okay. 5? Are you sure?
Period. Yeah, I'm positive.
Now,
I got shit for it every time I posted it. I got hella, like, how could you like this? A killer reveal wasn't great, and this wasn't great, and it wasn't impactful. The AI that they use, but I will say they could have did a bit more with the AI shit. It could have been more meta than what it was. But hold on.
I do want to like talk about a bunch of things. So if you haven't watched the movie, cut it here and come back. But yeah, Terrell, I do want you to speak freely about that stuff, and I do want to like press you on that rating, not to like. So me and Terrell, we saw it with a group of people, right? And we, after the movie, everybody, you get in a circle and you talk about it. And there was a moment where I made eye contact with Terrell, and I'm like, "What'd you think?" And I know, obviously, Terrell's going to give it a 5. It's not a shock to me.
Yep.
And I think I'd give it a 4.
Mm-hmm.
But it is by far not my favorite. And I think I've fielded so many fucking phone calls from people who not only were asking me about Terrell's rating, but asking me, like, just flat out, why do you think it was terrible? And I'm like, you can't do that.
I think it was terrible.
I'm a fan of the franchise, right? And of horror movies. And I think there's like multiple different layers of people watching this thing. So if you're a political advocate who wants to watch this movie fail, it gave you a lot of ammo. If you're just a horror fan and you tend to like highbrow kind of like commentary on modern horror culture things, Scream used to be your friend. And I think here they may have conceded to something that I didn't see until after this movie. And Terrell, I do want to float this theory I have by you, but to close the book on you giving it 5, of course you did. And me and Terrell, when we first met, I think the first thing we did was throw this movie on in VHS.
Mm-hmm.
And then we just hung out and talked and watched it. And then we hung out again, and then we did that again.
Yep.
And then we hung out again, and we did that again. Yep. And then we hung out. And I think it was like a ritual for like months. And it's not because like, we were just like taking in the movie. It's just like, it's a fucking feel good movie. And I think we were around the same age when this came out. And it was that level of like, this is an adult film. And we had all already taken in, I don't know, Pinhead, Freddy Krueger, Michael Myers, Leatherface. Like we've seen all them, but this felt different, right? And that's where the post-Scream slasher, like, it's different. And it changed the genre. Everything became a whodunit. We got rid of the supernatural. We got rid of undead. We got rid of like goofiness. It's very grounded. And I don't know. It's a part of like, who we are as horror fans. So of course Terrell giving it a 5 is not a shock. Leave him alone.
Yeah, no, I okay. Even without, just if you're gonna probably get into it, I thought it was a 5 because I am very close to the franchise. I love Neve Campbell. She's arguably my favorite final girl, and I think like seeing her moment in this. She shined she was a fucking star in this movie. Amazing acting, storyline, fighting back. The badassery, it checks every box for me.
Yep.
Chase scenes. What do I like in horror films? Let's get it. I like a lot of people potentially getting killed. I like a whodunit. I like gore, blood, a story. I don't know, laughter. I was all in. You see me clap. I started like 2 or 3 of the cheers in that whole theater, did I not?
Yeah.
Theater experience, check. It had all of that for me. I'm going to see it a second time this weekend with the family, and I'm super excited. This movie checked so many boxes for me, and that's why I got a 5-star. And it also checked, I like how it like teeter-totted, since we're in spoiler territory, like, oh, everyone wanted motherfucking Stu back. I know you even wanted Stu back. So they played around with this AI shit where it's like, oh, is Stu really back? They went back to like some place where he was supposedly he lived, and he was like in a psych ward somewhere in a crazy house. And he made friends with this other psycho, and because there was multiple reveals in this movie. We're spoiling it, right? So it was like a ghost face, like
Evan, you're fine, right?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay,
Evan don't like Scream. And
I like Scream, but it's okay. I just didn't like the last one, but it feels like this one is a little different. Like
they tried their best to be like, oh, well, Stu might be back. And some people are like, oh, it might have been better if he was. I don't like Scream for that. I like that there's different killers each time. Even how ludicrous the killers were, and their motives. But yeah, I don't know. That's why I gave it 5 stars. I loved it. Loved it.
So, okay, let me talk about a couple of things, because I do think you felt, again, back to the layers. Maybe you're a horror fan, maybe you're a film fan, maybe you're a Scream fan, and I'm talking to Scream fans here. If you're a franchise follower and this is like your franchise, I do think there were some things in here that are like a stark difference from the prior films. Like one, Terrell, you mentioned it. It's the fucking Sydney show. And I don't hate that. I love Sydney. But normally these movies felt like they were built around a moment, right? Like even Scream 4, which is kind of like this like middle one in between the two trilogies. It's like they're commenting on social media and what it is to be a celebrity now, right? Which is a departure from the first one, which also was about that. So they're kind of like updating it for the time. And this one, it's like AI. Okay, what are they going to do with AI? Nothing. It's just AI. Like it's like they used AI,
but they use it in a cool way, in the sense of everyone wanted Stu back. Stu's dead, but they're using it in a way to bring him back because he was in most of the movie. I will say most of those Ghostface calls were video calls this time around, which is interesting. That's a new level to the Scream franchise. And what were most of those calls? They were all Stu in different areas and different places, and his face was kind of different in different ones. And I don't know, it was a lot of nostalgia because then later on we got other AI characters from the past. We got Dewey with that comb over.
What did you think about that?
Horrible. I hated how they made him look. And then you had Laurie Metcalf, Billy's mom, from Scream 2. And you had Sydney's brother, Roman, popped up. So you had all these characters from the past came back to do that little AI deepfake shit. I don't know. I mean, I was here for it. It was very, like I said, this movie's kind of Looney Tunes. And then this is not like my favorite. And I don't think this is my top 3 of the Scream franchise.
No way, it can't be. No.
No. But I did love it. And I like the nostalgia of what it was.
It's fine. And, I think we've established that. But, like, the AI thing. So, like, if you imagine a killer being like, I'm going to fuck with Sydney, because it's the Sydney movie. That's a pretty cool idea. Like, all your friends who have died, I'm going to weaponize them against you. Great. Yeah. But why would you make them old? Like it's
I know, that's why I was so confused. I hated Dewey's ugly comb over. Why didn't they? Because they made Billy when they brought back Billy in 5 and 6. At least they de-aged him to look a little bit like he looked in the first movie.
Well, because he was a ghost,
these people
right?
all look old as shit. Why did they make Billy's mom look that old? She had her 2 front teeth missing. She was like, it was weird, right? And then you had Roman. He looked kind of the same, but he didn't age as much.
So, but the reason they made him look that way is because they didn't actually use AI. They got the actor, right?
Yeah,
fine,
of course.
Which is fine, right? And then it creates this thing where it's like, oh yeah, if they were still alive, they'd look like this. But I feel like the logic of the movies is betrayed by that. Where I'm like, you should have just used AI. Like, make them Uncanny Valley, make them weird, like be a reminder of the past movie instead of
I get you. Instead of casting them to use them and say it's AI, they could have just AI these characters.
Yeah, I'm like, but like that's the fear of AI, right? Is that they wouldn't even use it when it's the villain. So I'm like, that felt kind of weird. Terrell's right. It's
I thought they were gonna bring.
Town.
Yeah, I thought they were going to bring her mom as part of that too, because her mom was the start of a lot of these issues, even the issues I think she had with her own daughter, because of what all the secrets her mom had, right? And all the shit she learned about and how she had to survive based on her mom's problems. Now that shit's trickling down to her daughter. I don't know. I was thinking about this a lot. This movie's so good.
No, but the movie isn't aimed really at Sydney. It's aimed at the audience, right? It's
true.
It's our. They're doing it for us, and I'm like. I start to like reject that where I'm like, come on, you don't have to do this. Like, I'm not dumb. And these movies never treated me that way before.
Yeah.
But I think you're right. It's Looney Tunes, right? And again, the nostalgic thing, dude, how many times are they going to use Red Right Hand?
Like, I know they use that a lot.
Dude, when it came back in 5, I was like, oh yeah, we're back. Like it almost felt like, I don't know, when J.J. Abrams did Star Wars. Like, it's like, this is member berries. Like, I know what we're doing.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, we're doing it again. I'm like, it feels like you're just abusing your like license to the movie now or the song, and it whatever. I will say, when you were cheering, the moment that made me so fucking happy, which brings me to one of my other theories about this film, is the minute Sydney runs into Ghostface the first time, she pulls a fucking gun on him and starts firing.
Yeah.
And it's like, thank you. I was just like, dude, Sydney, this is why you're the best.
Yeah.
There was nothing. She just pulled the gun out and started firing at this fuck.
Yep, she showed
And it was like, it made me so goddamn happy. Because the only other franchise that has gone this long and kind of like done a final girl examination is Halloween. And Halloween did a weird job. Like, by the third movie in Halloween ends, it's like, what, she's like in the 50s now and everything's good and she's baking pies and shit and you're like, what
shaking
is
her
this
titties. Yeah.
it was,
remember that?
like, what are we doing? And then we all know that in real life she is not a fan of weaponry. She actually is an advocate against guns, so she gave them a bunch of rules that she couldn't have modern weapons and she would. Where in this movie, Sydney literally gives a gun lesson over a phone to her daughter.
She sure did. I know. I forgot about that. She sure did.
She's like, it's in the safe. Here's the code. Take it out. There's a safety. Now hold on. She's like, and I was sitting there next to Sean McDonough, shout out, producer of I Don't Like It Here and upcoming Ripple in a Pond of Blood and Florida Man. And he taught firing. He did firing instruction for the Army. And I was sitting right next to him and I was like, I can't wait to hear you break this down. And it wasn't very in depth. But the other thing is, I think this might be one of the first like modern slashers that I've seen that was like kind of pro gun. Like guns in this movie had weight and they felt cool and they felt like a solution.
Dude, I feel like Scream's always been that way a little bit, where like if you have a gun, you're more likely to get out of it in Scream than any other slasher franchise.
Because it kind of breaks the like terror, right? Like Ghostface, there's
it's
multiple
a great equalizer, right?
Well, but the thing is, like, if you look at Ghostface versus other slashers, it's terror. Like anybody can put on the costume, and then what they're doing is like they're trying to terrorize you, and they're doing it for celebrity and fame, and then it's like in this, I kept describing the gun in Scream 7 like Barry's gun in Resident Evil 1. Shout out to Resident Evil. Yeah, where it's like, you know, his Magnum is so iconic in that franchise, and it had weight and it felt like the great equalizer. And it's like they brought that in Scream, and I don't know, it just felt fucking good that there was no hesitancy. We didn't tap dance around there. Unfortunately, this is where I'm going to get into Looney Tunes and so one thing, I do think that they did make a clear point to take Sydney in a different direction than they did in Halloween. And kind of, instead of having a paranoid angle where then it's kind of like solved and then there's like a resolution and almost like a surrender, Sydney is kind of coming to terms with her daughter. And the whole like, there's the theme in this movie is by protecting you have made you a huge target and a potential victim. Yeah. Which I'm like, hey, I get it. Like there's a lot of stuff we do with our boy where it's kind of like, man, you're going to have to learn from falling, because if I keep keeping you from it, you're going to just learn when you're bigger and it's going to hurt more. And it's a weird comparison, but I kind of got it and it didn't feel that far-fetched. But then we get the Looney Tunes bit, and Terrell mentioned it early on, where when we're at the original house and the first kill happens, there was something that worried me, and it's something that Scream had vanquished, which is what Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, all of these like 80s franchises kind of have a hallmark of, which is a cool kill. Scream was never worried about that. It's like, we're going to stab you and then you're dead, and that's horrific. Yeah. Right? Yeah. But in this movie, they were going for cool kills, dude, and
They did.
I don't know if I
but
like
some
it.
were goofy, like the part where the girl was in the house at the beginning, the Stumacher house, and she hanging from the chandelier and falls, and he turns around. It was a very scary movie. I thought that was that Ghostface that was here. And
Evan, wait, no, we have to walk through this. So Ghostface is laying on the ground, like literally like in the first movie, like laying out there right in the front of the house, right? Yeah. And then he's on his stomach. Yeah, because he fell from somebody the top is on the chandelier. And they're hanging on. They're trying not to fall, which is already fucking like Wile E. Coyote. Yeah, we're just like whoa, and then they fall, and it's like, okay, we're just gonna land on Ghostface. Well, he rolls over and sticks a knife up like that. Yep. and then she lands on it.
Oh my god!
She lands
And
right
it's
on
like-
top of him.
It's literally like in Scary Movie 6 when you get that brief glimpse of a dildo penetrating a ghost. It's like, what are we? And it's like, but it's not played for laughs. And then, Terrell, do you remember the kill at the pizza place?
The one where I think it was the mom.
Yeah, that
The
sounds
mom
wild. When you first said, like...
Hold on, Evan. This one's even better.
The kills
Is
thing,
it-
like, I
what do you
thought of
call
Scream
that?
4, because they have the room. Remember the room where they cut to that room and there's the whole goddamn room is just covered in blood where they fucking killed that girl
Yeah,
in the
that's one-
bedroom?
Yeah,
and it's like,
across the
that
street.
one was actually shocking and, like, fucking hardcore.
Yeah, but they're
that's what
not,
I was
like-
expecting. This sounds fucking
No.
goofy.
No, this is so the whole post-Scream slasher is an indication that now it's very serious and we're kind of looking at our friend groups, right? Like it's somebody there. Where what
Yeah.
I'm talking about is what was happening on the indie scene with like Adam Green and Hatchet.
Yeah.
Like remember how he brought everybody back? It's like we got Kane Hodder and we got Robert Englund and
Right.
we're doing it again. And he was very vocal about cool kills. We're gonna cut people in half and like it's part of the tableau.
Right.
Well, it's like watching Scream do that almost feels like they're conceding, like our time is over.
Yeah.
And at the pizza place, there's a kill
Yeah.
where one of the kids gets grabbed, like their head by Ghostface, and he shoves it onto a fucking beer spout.
There you go.
And
I
they're
couldn't think of the
hanging
name.
there on the
and
beer
the beer
spout.
comes
like,
out of his mouth.
the beer shoots
Scream
out of his
that
fucking
beer.
mouth.
Scream's like never had kills like that. Really.
Never.
That's-
So
It looks
here's
like
the
Jason
thing.
Voorhees Ghostface.
Yeah, that's
or
more like
something.
Friday the 13th
Exactly.
is what it makes me think of. Where he
Yep.
or even Halloween, where somebody will be hanging on something when he walks away, or like
But
some
it's
kind of shit
it's all
like
about
that.
like, whoa, look at that kill. And I'm just like, fuck. What's happening here? And it made me look back, right? So I started looking at 5 because that's like the new trilogy.
Mhm.
And 5 also had a thing that was anti post Scream, where we have a ghost. And I know in that one, Melissa's character is kind of having a delusion, maybe. But even then, we're kind of like, this is weird for Scream. Like, we don't fuck with supernatural.
Yeah, I think we had this conversation when we saw Scream 5. Like,
Yeah.
What the fuck? We got ghosts now? Those weird, like
But-
literal ghosts?
Yeah.
But then you take a look at 6, right? And that's where we get the double ghost faced quadruple mega stabbing.
Yeah,
So, like,
which
right?
Yep.
And it's just like at that moment, you're kind of like, what are we doing? And then when
and they
Homie
both
didn't even
like
die,
this, whoosh, and they got the knife. That was
Yep.
epic.
it's
That
cool.
was epic. Yep.
I agree. But that shit reminded me of Halloween Kills, which also was like
where he's
a
doing fucking martial
hyper-violent-
arts and killing 50 cops and firefighters
Right?
in the yard.
That movie
So,
was great.
right?
Evil Dies Tonight.
Hold on. Now, these new slashers, right? What do they have in common? And I started thinking, what is this movement? This like hyper violent movement in slasher films. Y'all following me? It's the new era, dude. And they were kind of conceding to it.
Got it.
We're in
Yeah,
a
well, I will
post-
say I thought of it too because I just watched Hard Eyes for Valentine's. They had whole kills just like that, goofy Looney
Yep.
Tunes, like
brutal and
brutal
right.
kills.
So
Yep.
we're no longer in a post Scream slasher era.
Mhm.
We're in a post Terrifier slasher
Yep.
era.
Yeah,
And I think we're adhering to it. And even fucking Scream did. And when I started thinking about that, it really clicked for me because at the end of Scream 7, we won up the 2 ghost-faced 48 stabs with the survivor.
yeah,
Right? And
Mhm.
we get back to the worship of the modern blade, which is the gun. And Evan and everybody listening again, this is a major spoiler.
it
But
is.
it's really
I loved
important
it.
for this theory. The final ghost face, because again, we have upped that number to 3 now
There's
in every
3.
movie.
Yep.
Right? Which is fine. I don't care. Fuck it. Have 5 next time. The final one, well, she's spoiler. She's there and
Mhm.
she gets taken out by Sydney and her daughter, who both have guns. And guess
Mhm.
where they unload their clips, Evan?
Where?
Let me see if he's a Scream fan.
In her fucking face, dude.
Yeah,
Because
shoot
you
him
gotta
in the
shoot him in the head.
Yeah, you gotta
Remember?
shoot him in the head.
Dude,
Yeah.
so they mag dump 2 guns on this ghost-faced
Yep.
face.
They go. They pop, pop,
They
pop, pop, pop
overkill
that
the
bitch.
ghost
Yes.
face? That's fucking
Yes.
I'm not joking. She goes like this.
They fucked that bitch
And then,
up.
dude. And
Yep.
then they show it.
They
showed her
do.
face.
Yep. She got fucked up. It was
she's
amazing.
beyond dead.
Yep.
And it's like
ain't
when
no
you
Stu Macher for her, bitch.
So Terrell, do you get what I'm saying though? It's like, to me, it almost felt like the end of an era, even though we're still in it, and it sold more than any other Scream movie. I was just like, fuck, dude. It's different now. And it took me a little bit, but I'm like, dude, Terrifier. And you know what else? In Scary Movie, in the trailer, guess who's in there?
Yeah, Terrifier.
Yeah, it's Art the Clown.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, fuck, dude. And I think I'm really excited to see what I hope Scary Movie has caught on to this too.
Yeah.
And they are able to make fun of it because, I mean, other than who called it the mega slasher? Who's the Stephen King? Oh God, I can't believe I forgot his name. Mike Oculus. What the hell's his name?
Oh, Flanagan.
Flanagan. He's the one who, when Terrifier, I believe 2, because everybody was late. Don't feel bad about that.
Yeah, they didn't watch.
Although we were.
Yeah.
We
saw that. We were all into it
we had
since
All
Hallows Eve. Yep.
I haven't
shout
seen
out to
3.
you.
I don't fuck with 2 that much. I like Terrifier.
2 was good.
Oh, dude,
One is
All
great.
Hallows Eve is the micro budget anthology
Yeah, I haven't ever
movie.
went back and watched that one. The first appearance of Art.
Don't worry, I got it with the slipcover. But
Yeah, he do. I'm jealous. I want it.
dude, Amoeba. I think it was like fucking $5 too. We bought
I'm
it
still
literally
pissed
for the
that Rich got
slipcover.
that fucking Punishment Park DVD from.
Yeah, I mean, we'll go to Amoeba when you come out. But I mean it. The passing the torch was lame. I love Sydney, and I think Nev Campbell. I agree with Terrell.
Or
She
Paranoid
did
Park,
fantastic in this movie. Terrell, you wanted to ask me about Gail, and I'll say,
Yeah, you hate her when she ran over that ghost face and she popped out that car.
Dude.
The whole theater roared. It was
Terrell.
amazing.
That was another Looney Tune. So, Evan, there's a
Oh,
ghost
God.
face running from the house, and he gets out in the street, and it's straight up like a Scary Movie moment where a car fucking pummels him.
Yeah.
And he goes like, boom, like up in the air.
What the fuck?
And then he gets run over, like, and I mean, they show it. It's just like by like a fucking 4-wheeler, and then Gail pops out. And she's like,
Oh my
and it's
God.
It was great.
That's wild
tell you.
sounding, dude.
I
It
loved
was great.
It was
like,
amazing.
I,
The whole
Gail's got a
theater
little bit of a-
roared. Yes,
Oh.
they loved it. So good.
I am all here for like the Gale worship in the future.
Period.
And I actually even like in this
Icon.
movie, Gale and Sydney are like rekindling their relationship and kind of putting it to rest. And here's the thing: if you're a Scream fan, the Nev Campbell soap opera is a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, but if you're like an A24 fucking dork and you're like, oh, I don't know, like, go to hell. I don't care. The movie was never for you.
Yeah.
What are you doing
Yeah.
at Scream 7? Like,
Yeah. So
and
what
of
you
course-
think of Chad and Mindy, who was supposed to die in the last
Oh,
movie?
dude, I liked them.
They were great.
I think
in
they're great.
this. Yep.
I also like that this movie was not afraid to talk about New York. In fact, I think they did
Yep.
it a little bit too much.
They
but
they kept bringing it up. They showed
remember
it.
New York? Oh,
Yep.
Gail, I should have been there for you in New York. And I'm like,
Yep,
we
they
get
kept
it.
doing it. Yep.
It's fine. I'd rather they acknowledge it than pretend it didn't happen.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
those characters. I mean, homie got stabbed fucking 58 times, dude. And he looks great. No
did.
scars.
They were scared though when they were going up against Ghostface. It's like, oh god, I don't want to get stabbed again. That was kind of funny. He did say that in the movie because he got stabbed the fuck up in 5, and then he got crazily stabbed in 6, and then this one he was like, oh man, I'm not trying to get stabbed up this time.
It is
Maybe
wild too.
too.
'Cause like you said, Scream is the franchise where it's like you get stabbed, a motherfucker's dead.
You're done.
Like that's it. You've moved on to the next. Which is one of the things I know people love to hate on the fucking Rob Zombie Halloween movies. But that's how that movie operates too, and that's one of the things I like about it.
Terrell?
Is like if he gets your ass in that, you're fucking dead. Like, and the kills are not some kind of goofy like over the
come on.
top.
I don't
They're
like
brutal. He
popcorn.
may
Well, hold
stab
on.
him a bunch,
And my
but there's
Myers
no
movies,
like.
I'm sorry. That's a
Dude,
good
there's
ass
no,
movie.
first
like-
off, I am a fan of the Rob Zombie ones, but when homie finds Ken Foree in the toilet,
Oh, and talks
It's
and
like,
grunts.
Yeah, I mean, it's like
but it is pro wrestling. Like it is very larger than life. Like
yeah, he
which
does
I'm
pick
here
him up,
for. But it is kind
he
of like-
grounds it in a way where I feel like
Yeah.
it works. You know,
yeah. Well, they wanted to make him like the immovable object and just like these two cute little girls who would later start a podcast and then never talk again.
Yeah, I know.
And obviously,
they sure did. Yeah.
Because of who I am as a person, the main reason I like those movies is the whole like they made him a person in it, right?
Yeah,
like he is human in those instead of just like a phantom kind of thing.
Dude, Kiss, God of Thunder, great song. I fuck with the Rob Zombie movies.
I like the second one
I'm an apologist
too.
there. Yeah.
I mean, I know a lot of people are like, "Oh, it's fucking weird. There's a ghost of his." I like that he did something like unique with that whole like he's obsessed with the ghost of his mother. Like that fucked him up, her dying because she was the only person he had, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I like all
Melissa
that shit.
Barrera in Scream 5.
Yeah.
Her ghost of her dad.
Yeah.
They were ripping off Rob Zombie the whole time.
They weren't. No, they really were.
It's different.
Just wasn't as cool because there was no white horse. So.
Halloween 2 by Rob Zombie had a great beginning. That whole when he's going through chopping bitches up in that
Dude,
hospital.
when he kills those motherfuckers in that field, it's one of the most
girl
brutal
stuck in
things
that
ever.
box in that rain, and then she has nowhere to go. That was great. Now that should have been the movie, bitch.
Yeah, the opening of that thing is insane. That stairwell shot where he like hooks around the thing, so good.
And then she wakes up and her hair is a fucking mess, and she's just depressed and crazy and very rockerish and metal and like that. That's just not for me.
Love that fucking so good.
You know what's funny about that shit is Rob Zombie was kind of onto something because later, you know, I think, I mean, Terrell, would you agree? The people who kind of dethroned Scream is Terrifier, and the only thing they did was they doubled down on the slasher being evil. If you're in a frame with Art the Clown, you die. Right?
Yeah, that's true.
And
but
if
I like
there's no
that.
like if you're a baby and he picks you up and he's like, oh, okay,
you
bye,
dead.
baby. There's no compromise. It's like, and Art the Clown is a fucking dick. He's mean to you too. He makes fun of you.
Yeah, he has the Freddy kind of like angle there where he's like he taunts you.
But even Freddy's kind of like a goof. Like you know, like
I love
and I was
Freddy.
saying that. Like when
not having him talk does a lot of that lifting, I think.
dude, a lot of it. Yeah. Yeah, but that's even different because he acts like a masked slasher, but he's a face, you know, like Leprechaun and Candyman, and if you're not wearing a mask, you're yapping. Except not Art the Clown. I honestly, I think Scream 7 made me appreciate Terrifier even more. And I think we're in a post Terrifier slasher world. So if you want to have a shot, if you want to make a Tubi movie, if you want to just make an indie slasher, be brutal. That's the only way now. And even Scream's trying. So who the fuck knows? So you gave it 4
stars.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it 4. I just the AI stuff just felt like such a. Also, I think it's worth mentioning that I think the problems with this movie weren't the lore or Sydney. It was, I think, Kevin Williamson. Again, Terrell, we were talking and we're like, he directed Sick, and I liked that movie a lot. It felt like the non-Scream movie, but he didn't direct it. He just wrote it.
Yeah, he's good at writing. I was reading some article like Wes Craven worked and molded like his scripts and turned it to the way the first 4 were. Writing something and then directing this. I don't know, but his first movie he ever directed was Teaching Mrs. Tingle. Do you remember that? Katie Holmes.
Yeah, and it's a comedy, so it's like there's humor, and then the original script was
and then he
humor.
did Dawson's Creek,
scary movie, right? So it's like, and then we get this movie and we're doing goofy kills again, and it's like maybe he's the right director. Like maybe he's the perfect one. It's just not the Scream I'm used to. So I guess this is like the Rob Zombie era of Halloween. Like we're doing something different now, and you're either on board or you're not. And I like the Rob Zombie ones. I like this, but it's just different. So
I could see that because he's definitely like, if you look at the history of like the things he's done, all the things that were like big, like successful and like also just really good were just he didn't direct them, he wrote them. Like The Faculty, like I Know What You Did Last Summer, Scream. He wrote them, but he didn't direct those, you know. So,
and I will tell you, there's directing problems here and a little bit of editing problems, which made me think maybe there was some stuff that they were trying to fix post. But again, what the fuck do I know?
Well, because if you look at all those movies that we just named off, they all have great directors too.
I know
that's you know,
and he's a good writer. So it's like I almost think that him directing may have like shifted focus and maybe he was worried about it, so like the writing wasn't as strong, or I don't know. I still, let me be clear, I still very much fuck with Scream 7. I still really like that movie.
How would you rank him? I haven't really.
Oh God!
Someone asked me that, and I was like, I always change the shit anyway, so it's like hard. But I don't think it's like in the top 3. I don't think it's in the top 4.
Oh God! Are you going to do it off the top of your head right now? You know, the problem is that we've done it on here before.
We did, and I don't remember. Because I usually go 1. No, because, okay, 1 is my favorite. But then the next one's always, the next couple, they fluctuate. Because when I rewatched them all before this, because, I love 6, I love 2, and I love 4. Those ones are all neck and neck. Like 4, arguably my favorite Ghostface is Jill. That bitch is crazy as fuck. And before her time. And then I like Billy. So, like, is it 1, 4, 2... 6? I don't know. It's hard. 6, and then I would probably do. It's hard. I don't know where 7 would fit, but 7 would be on the back end. So 5, 3, and 7 would be rotating around.
God damn. 1, 4, and 6, dude. You may like those are each the best entry from each block.
Oh, yep. There you go.
Right?
Yep.
Like the first trilogy, 1 is the best, and then 4 is a standalone. It's kind of tackling the internet. It's like the first one that was really dealing with like the new fandom. And then 6 I think it's the best Terrifier one.
Mm-hmm.
I think I kind of agree with you on those, but yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah, I have to think about it. I thought I could do it real quick, but I could. I love them all. It's just how would I put them and
I'm
why?
gonna go 1, 3, 5, 4, 2, 6.
You like 1 over 3. I really thought you were gonna like 3 number 1 because
I mean 3 is my favorite,
you love
but
3.
1 is a better
we talked
movie.
about this.
You know.
Yeah, 1 started it all. Yeah, 3 is toward the end, but I do like it. I like 3. I like 5. I like 7. But do I like 7 more than 3? I don't know.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
4 and 5 are tough for me. They're right there. I
think I'm gonna go
1, 3.
1, 6, 4, 2, 7, 5, 3.
Okay.
Okay.
That's solid. Yep, that's
do
actually
I like
solid.
7 more than 5? I think I do.
That's what I was thinking of as I was doing it. I said, do I like it more than 5?
I liked 5 a lot.
I think so. Sydney killed that movie. I would do 7, then 5, then 3.
You know what? It's a bummer because Melissa Barrera and Jenny Ortega they have charisma, like on screen weight. Like they felt like new characters where Sydney's daughter and her homie.
Tatum.
Oh my god.
Oh, none of them
so
friends
flat.
stuck for me. What do you think?
No, I didn't. I couldn't even name them. They were almost playing like it was almost like Randy had come back and created character archetypes for them. Like,
it was
dude,
Ben. Ben was the boyfriend.
Terrible.
Did you see he shared, speaking of Randy, the original ending for Scream on Instagram? Which is actually that like him and Sydney like end up together.
Wait, what?
I didn't see that.
He shared some kind of excerpt from a script on Instagram. Jamie Kennedy did.
Oh, I gotta go look. He looked homeless. When I met him, it was so shocking.
That sounds like a thing that Wes Craven went in there and said, "We're not doing that."
Like, no. It was corny too. It was like, hey, maybe I know it's a weird time, but maybe I could take you to a movie sometime.
Yeah, I'm glad they cut that.
It says Sydney goes from shocked to a faint smile and goes, as long as it's something like a Meg Ryan movie or something. And he goes, okay. Yeah. And then the movie ends.
Because she wanted to be Meg Ryan if they did a movie about her, but she said, I bet you I'm going to get Tori Spelling, and she did.
Yep.
Yeah.
And she made an appearance in this
I was
one.
about to say, she makes an appearance in 7. If you know, you know.
Hell yeah. She got boned on the roof by a ghost.
I was saying,
I know that girl.
In Scream 8, the opening scene should be Tori Spelling getting cut the fuck up dying.
Oh, that'd be great.
She should be the opening kill. Yep. The Sydney from the Stab movies getting killed, opening kill, that'd be great. Scream 8.
So, Terrell, again, before we stop here, we didn't get to watch the intro thing that you mentioned. And what was the video? Because you compared it to What If, and that's
no, it was kind of cool. I was the video is Ice Nine Kills, Twisting the Knife, featuring McKenna Grace. McKenna Grace was the girl who was like Tinkerbell in Scream 7. That kill was weird too. That was Looney Tunes. Remember where her leg got stuck? Well, basically in that music video, there's hella Ghostface after them.
Oh, damn it! I want to watch that. Yep. I like the Demi Lovato song, and I actually think before the movie, it got me pumped.
Yeah.
And then I think we drank after and we watched it 8 times. And
yeah, we did.
Again, though, even that Creed video, it was a different era.
What if?
Where you didn't see the killer ever. So the fact that Ghostface was in that video was kind of like
yep.
Yeah, that was Scream 3.
He was
right?
all over it.
The Creed
video.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it was Dewey was like a studio security guard. Dude,
Yeah.
different time. Now they're fucking everywhere. So all right, cool. Thank you. I just wanted to make sure I got to watch that video.
All right, y'all. Well,
I
that
wanna
was a
see it.
long
Scream
episode.
7.
Y'all go watch Scream 7. You should go watch it. I can't wait to see what you think. You got to come review that whenever you watch it. I'll be happy to talk
for
about
sure.
that again. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
Go
y'all.
watch Scream and then come hang out at F9.
Period.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. That was it for this week's episode. We're going to see y'all next time. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Fuck off.
Thanks for listening to Footage Foreplay. If you enjoy the show, please consider leaving a review, sharing it with a friend, or simply hitting like. These small gestures are a great free way to support this mayhem, and if you find some footage we should be fondling, email us at footageforeplay@gmail.com. Check back every Tuesday and Thursday for new episodes, and remember, don't skip the foreplay.